Welcome back. This is the last episode of the series on emotions. And maybe in future we may even talk more about this because this is something that's deep rooted in our hearts. Till now we spoke about emotions pertaining to myself, right? One person. But now we're going to speak how do you deal with other people's emotion? Imagine someone is angry or frustrated. How do you deal with their emotion? And that's something that we're going to cover today. Many a times our response when someone is angry or frustrated or happy or sad or betrayed or scared is quite different. Sometimes it's awkward, right? Like someone is crying and we're like, oops, what do I do? Like, do I talk to them? Do I not talk to them? Some of us escape, right? When someone is sad or someone is expressing a particular emotion or someone is getting angry, you're like, oops, like, okay, bye, I'll see you later, bye. Like, or you just keep quiet, right? Sometimes we put down people's emotions. We tell them, what man, you're crying like this? Shame on you. Be a man. Don't cry. Why are you doing this? Right? So we kind of criticize people's emotion when they express it. Or, for example, if someone is scared of a spider or a lizard, you say, hey, this all happens to us. All this is usual in life. God gave this for a purpose. These are some responses that we have. But it's very interesting when we look at Job's life, a very good observation that I made, and how his friends reacted to the difficult situation he is in. Many times we should empathize with people with the emotion or the situation they're going through. Empathize is a term we use. That's the ability to understand other people's feelings. Now, this whole word of understanding someone's feeling is very important. Sometimes we don't try to understand anyone. We just try to give solutions. But it's very important to understand the person. And sometimes the best way to do that is imagine that same situation happened to you. Imagine someone betrayed you. Imagine you lost one of your close relatives. Imagine you got this huge degree that you never thought you will ever accomplish, or you achieved this milestone in your sports or in your music career, right? So put yourself in their shoes and you will be able to understand what they're going through. It's very interesting. Like I told in Job chapter 2, verse 11 to 13, this is what it reads. When they realized that Job had gone through this, his three friends came, and this is what it says. They made an appointment together to come to show him sympathy and comfort him. And it's very interesting what they did after this. And when they saw him from a distance, they did not recognize him. And they raised their voice and wept. And they tore their robes, sprinkled dust on their heads toward heaven. And they sat with him on the ground for 7 days, 7 nights, and no one spoke a word. Can you imagine this? Your friends, something happens. They're very sad. The first thing that we go to that person and we're trying to console them. We think it's our responsibility to do that. But sometimes, you know what? We should just probably keep quiet. That's what his friends did. They empathized with him. They cried out loud. And then after that, they just kept quiet for 7 days. Imagine staying 7 days in that house without saying anything. They kept quiet is what they say. Many times there are some things that we should not do when people express themselves, right? We try to find out reasons why things happen to people. And I think it's not our responsibility. It is their journey. And it's for them to figure that out. It is not our responsibility to figure out why this happened to them. Towards the end of Job, the Lord starts speaking after everyone speaks. And this is what happens in Job chapter 42, verse 7. It says, after the Lord had spoken these words to Job, the Lord said to Eliphaz, he says, my anger burns against you and against your two friends, for you have not spoken of me what is right as my servant Job has. Right? And their interpretation of what really happened to Job was totally wrong. And sometimes we do this, right? We want to give solutions. We want to figure out why this happened to them. No. We are not here to give them solutions. It is their journey and we are just sojourners with them. We walk alongside with them in their emotions, in their difficult times. But what can we do? Some people find it difficult to express this. So one thing that we can every time look for is something that is different. Some people, when they go through some difficult situation and they don't want to express their emotion, they become very quiet. Some people become very tired. They become numb. They isolate themselves. Or they overly are expressive about it. They overly are laughing. And then you can know there's something happening. They're trying to give the false emotion out. So I like to encourage each one of us that when we are confronting people with their emotions, let us have the right attitude. Let us empathize with them. Let's try dealing with their emotions and be with them. Like the Bible says, with those who are happy, be happy with them. Those who are sad, be sad with them. Those who cry, cry with them. Right? And may God help us to mirror their emotion as our life goes on. Thank you so much for listening to this series on emotions, and I hope that we'll be better caretakers of our emotions. That we'll be able to deal better with our emotions and also the emotions of others. Let us try and regulate our emotions. Bye.